Well, until the last couple of minutes of this game, it looked like Nebraska was headed for a shutout, the wrong kind of shutout. The Huskers are blasted today, 45-7 to Michigan. If you didn't think this could happen, and I really didn't think it was going to be this lopsided, it was this lopsided really, really quickly. Just a couple of minutes into the second quarter, Michigan led 21-0 and was running through the black shirts like a hot knife through butter. This was not a good day for the Big Red. This stadium was half empty at halftime. You cannot sugarcoat the way that Nebraska played today. The numbers from the yardage standpoint are not ugly. Michigan had 436, Nebraska had 305. Nebraska got a long run at the end by Joshua Fleeks to break the zero, right, and put 7 on the board. But if you just watch the game, you saw that Nebraska athletically is just way short of where Michigan is. And Michigan did not have to strain or try very hard to score 45 points. They only played 4 quarterbacks, folks. This looked like a Nebraska football game from 1983. Nebraska was just rolling guys back then. Remember, well, the 1983 offense here today kind of waved over in the corner. The scoring explosion offense today was an implosion for Matt Rule and the Huskers. They just didn't play well from the jump. Michigan scores on the opening drive, and then Heinrich Haarberg had 3 passes knocked down at the line of scrimmage today. The first of those was intercepted by Michigan and immediately turned into a touchdown 3 plays later. And Nebraska was down in a 14-0 hole, and it never got a lot better from there. The Huskers did get a drive to the Michigan 12, 4th and 1. For some reason, they ran a play out of the shotgun on 4th and 1. Heinrich Haarberg leaps for the first down. He doesn't get there. I don't know that leaping out of the shotgun is a good idea on 4th and 1, but that's what they tried. It didn't work. Michigan got the ball, and then Michigan drove it all the way down the field, rolled to another touchdown, 21-0, and it just was pretty ugly from there. Again, Michigan probably could have named its score today if they kept playing J.J. McCarthy. Jim Harbaugh obviously doesn't want his quarterback to compete for the Heisman Trophy because he put up good numbers today, but he could have thrown for 400, I'm sure, run for 100 if he really wanted to. All we know now is Jim Harbaugh isn't like Lincoln Riley at USC, and Michigan's defense is a hell of a lot better than USC's too. Michigan's defense just didn't give up much today until that long run at the end. Nebraska tried a few things, an inside handoff, a jet sweep, a few other things, but the offense is so limited. They just don't have, it seems like, enough plays in the playbook. And if Heinrich Haarberg can't expand that, then you might have to look at Jeff Sims. Haarberg didn't play bad today. He didn't play bad. He threw for 199 yards, made a few plays with his feet. I like the things that he does, but can he do enough? Today it was not nearly enough. And Nebraska suffers its worst loss of the Rule era by 38 points. I don't know. There wasn't a lot of buzz around this game all week long. Maybe Nebraska knew something about its chances. Maybe they didn't like their chances. I'm not sure. But I didn't feel like Nebraska's emotional energy was where it needed to be to match Michigan going into this game. And I thought it showed early in the game. The Huskers were just flat. And you got to have more of an emotional pitch than that. They're going to have an emotional pitch for Illinois next week. Friday night, Illinois got blasted today by Purdue. They're down by 24 in, I think, the third quarter. So there's going to be about 20,000 fans in that stadium in Champaign. I've seen that before. Nebraska's going to have to bring its own juice, and they're going to have to bring a hell of a lot more juice than they brought today. Scoring implosion for the Huskers. I'm Sam McKewon with the Omaha World-Herald and Husker Extra.